Hey Toy Addicts, this is Jody. I wanted to show you some of these little pewter pieces that I picked up recently at a garage sale. Now I picked these pieces up, they're a lot of fun, but when I saw them at the sale, I really didn't know anything about them. I wasn't sure if they were going to be worth anything or anything like that. I got 26 pieces overall for $38, so I paid about $1.50 each for them. And so when I got home and I started looking them up, and I found that most of them were going to be worth about $10 to $12 to $15, which I was fine with. I was happy. You know, that's a pretty good return to get at least $380 back on your $38. That, you know, made me excited. Just as excited as Snow White is right here. Yay! It's pretty good. But what I didn't realize is that some of these characters were going to be worth just a little bit more. Now this gal here, this is a character called Betsey Clark. Betsey Clark is a Hallmark character, and she was on greeting cards, and Hallmark also made lots of toys and stuff to go with her. And she kind of, let's see, this one's not a good example. Let me show you this one here. Betsey Clark kind of has this like little pointy on the top of her head, which is I think supposed to be from her hair, but it kind of comes to a little point, so that's how you know it's Betsey Clark. And of course it's always marked Hallmark. And then of course I also got a bunch of Disney characters too. And I figured when I got these, I mean, the Disney characters are going to be for, you know, go for something. This one right here is one little different one. This is one of the characters from Joan Walsh Unglin's books that were popular in the 70s. Where the characters, they just had eyes, they didn't have a nose or a mouth. And then of course you got this beautiful Snow White and some of her dwarves. Oh, grumpy. And this is not the entirety though of the collection that I got. I actually had several of these listed on eBay, and so I wanted to show you what I found on eBay, or what I sold on eBay already, and how much some of them went for. Now this girl here is the first one I sold. I sold it for $100. I did not take an offer. Let's see, let's look at her first picture here. This girl is called the Little Jogger, and she is, in contrast, you know, just the same size as this, about an inch tall, little more than an inch. She has a little red headband on. She is by Hudson Fine Pewter. Now there's two companies that made these pewter pieces that here we go. Hallmark Little Gallery. There we go. And that's what the mark on the bottom looks like for those. Some of them are by a company called Hudson Pewter. So if you can kind of see, that one says Walt Disney Productions, and then it says Hudson Pewter on the stamp there. And the Hudson Pewter ones do a little bit better, but this little Betsey Clark jogger girl sold for $100 about 5 minutes after I listed her for that price. But she's not the best one that I found. Let's look at some of the other ones. Let's see, I have a Christopher Robin drumming. That one was really cute. I took an offer for $12. I have some little bunnies. They weren't even a character. Those went for 10. I have this little Pluto. He was cute, 15. This one was a little gallery, Betsey Clark, Sunshine Day, where she's in a wheelbarrow, or she's pushing a wheelbarrow. That one went for 10. Another Betsey Clark with a cat that went for $10.50. Another couple Betsey Clarks, 10 and 12. And then there's this one. Betsey Clark, Little Angel. I could not find comps on this one, and so I didn't know if I should list her at just $10 like the rest of them, or I thought, well, if she's not on here, maybe she's worth more. What I decided to do was put her on an auction, and I listed her for 7 days, started her at $9.99, and she got up to $32 right away and pretty much stayed there for the whole week until about the last hour when she went crazy. Betsey Clark, gold halo, paper wings, little figure that's about an inch tall, sold for $305.01. And yes, she has paid the buyer, and she's received her, and she's happy. So take a close look at this. It's the little Betsey Clark character like I showed you. This one has a little gold halo on top of her head. She's got these little wings that kind of look like newspaper, and she's holding a little sack. Let's take a close look at her back. Here's a better look at the wings. You can see the little point on her head there. I didn't really know what to call her. I couldn't find a name for her or anything. So apparently she's the rare one. And this is what she looked like on the bottom. And she sold for $305. So I was pretty happy with that. I have some other ones here. $9.99 this one ended at. This one sold for $6. Goofy, I took an offer, he went for $12. I took an offer for Bambi and Thumper for $15. Daisy Duck, $12. Pinocchio went for $15. Donald, I think I went 10 on him. And then Jiminy Cricket sold for $12. So for the most of them, $10, $12, $15. But there are some gems out there. So if you are at Goodwill or your local thrift store and they've got a little case with little itty bitty things in it, look for these little pewter pieces. You might get lucky. Okay guys, thanks for watching. I hope you learned something. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Have you ever had one of these little pewter pieces, or Betsey Clark stuff in general? Because some Betsey Clark stuff can do well as well. Thanks for watching guys, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.